What's up?
What is up, Steve?
What's up, my man? How you doing?
I'm good. It's been like over a year since you and I have done one of these lives.
You got to be kidding me. Really?
I think so.
Oh, wow, man. That's a lot longer than I would have guessed.
It's been like a long time. Yeah.
Yep. I haven't been much on social media, at all. Like, just the market shifted, and I'm working a lot more for a lot less business. So, like, really, I've been terrible at it. So I'm gonna commit to fixing that today.
Yeah, and it comes in handy. I mean, constantly I'm being told, hey, I saw this that you did online, or hey, I watched one of your videos, and
Yeah.
It really helps. So it's got to be part of your business. I've noticed I've been making a lot of phone calls lately, Steve.
Yeah, you and me both, brother.
Compared to the last few years. And I'm not complaining. I like making phone calls. I find it fun having the conversation. I find it fun to kind of gamify it. And, how do you get someone not to be pissed off at you because you intruded on their day?
Yeah. Do you like the calls? I get them nonstop, and I'm a salesperson, so I got to answer my phone for every call, and half of them are robots, and the other half don't say anything. And then can't forget about Marriott.
Right.
That's what I just won. It's the same thing as yesterday, but I get it. Nobody wants to be called out of the blue like that.
No, but I've noticed that if you come from a place of value, right? If you're calling them because you want to sell their house or because you want to sell them a house, that's not a place of value, and they're going to retreat, right? But when I call, I say, hey, this is Matt Moreno with Moreno Real Estate Team. How are you today?
Yep.
Every single time they're like, great. How are you? Very rarely do I get pushback on how are you doing today? And then after the initial, great, I'm doing great. How are you? I'm like, I'm just calling around to people in my database, trying to provide a piece of value to everybody that I'm working for. Do you have any questions real estate related that I might be able to answer for you today?
Yep.
You just shut up. And 9 times out of 10, they have some like question that's been on the back of their mind that they shoot at you. And you can always work in the component of the fact that you're a salesperson once you have the conversation with them, getting them to know, like, and trust you.
For sure. And let's face it, 50% of the people they're looking for a house. They don't need my help today. They're just looking at the properties that I've been sending them anyways.
Yeah.
But if we do a little bit of the work, and I didn't realize everybody didn't do this, but this might help your audience, is when somebody says, hey, I'm looking for a 3-2 in, Sacramento, blah, 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 it's my budget. I found out recently that a lot of realtors ship that list off without actually looking at it. Like they just put in the criteria, ship it off, done, move on to, back to Netflix. Well, something super helpful is to actually look at that list of properties and form your own opinions about it. So if I know, Pookie and Smokey need a big yard, and that's the purpose of this move because there's no grass at the apartment complex, and I actually look at it, then when I call them, hey, Bob, I sent you that list you asked for. Hey, 123 Main Street. Oh my gosh. Like that one, from everything you told me about Pookie and Smokey, like it looks like it's in your budget. It's the right thing. It's got that gas range that you were talking as a wish. And I know you just wish it, but the yard is phenomenal. Like they could be doing laps all day long instead of on your wood floors. Right. Yeah. And if I'm excited about it, they're likely to be excited about it too. And now they'll maybe take the time to actually go look at that list now instead of someday. Right. And it's not me trying to trick them into buying a home. You can't trick somebody into buying a home, but I'm at least looking at what they asked me to look for. And I'm telling them my opinion about the list that I sent them. Right. That's an easy little thing that somebody can do.
It's so much different than just dripping on them.
Yeah.
Because you're right. Probably 9 out of 10 agents. That's what they do. They set you up on listing alerts. And then, like you said, it's back to Netflix until, someone says, I want to go look at a house. And that's not our job. That's
Not
not
really.
that's not really what people expect from us. You know, people expect from us to have more knowledge than they can go on Zillow or Realtor.com and find out. You know, 100% with you on that, Steve. Like, it doesn't take too much time out of your day to just look at listings. I mean, you got into this career field because you love real estate.
Mm-hmm.
Then once you become a realtor and you make a little bit of money, all of a sudden it's this big inconvenience to like research a property for a potential buyer. I mean, it blows my mind. It's ludicrous to me that somebody wouldn't take the time necessary to
Sure.
do a little research and help them out and be the expert.
Yeah. And I don't mean to like judge or say they're bad or something, because I know this business is so hectic. Like where
Yeah.
it's just call after call after call. You go.
Right.
But sometimes it's just worth it to slow down for the person on the other end, man. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, in this business, you know, the worst thing about this business is when it gets slow and dies.
Mm.
When I have nothing to do, that's not good. That's a symptom that my business might not be doing as well as it should be doing, right? So I've been really focusing on going back to the basics, doing exactly what I did originally, and all of a sudden business is booming and we're going and showing properties all over the place and having fun again. You know?
Excellent.
Yeah, I think that's something that that I learned from this shift, that you got to fight for what you believe in, for what you want.
Yeah, and part of that's doing the prospecting. I don't want to do prospecting either. Like I had a nice vacation from it for quite a few years, you know, because
Right.
there was enough business to where you know, it's just coming in. But you know, it is what it is. That's part of what we do.
Yeah. So you've got this thing coming up in what, on Monday?
It's super soon, Matt. You
I
would
thought it
think
was
I
like
would
the
know the day.
27th.
Yeah, I think it is. I know where it's at. It's at the Harvest Room,
Okay.
and I can tell you why we're doing it.
Yeah.
So they came in and they did an event at our local association, and there
Okay.
was I didn't count them, but I would guess there's somewhere between 12 and 15 people showed up for it or whatever. And I go everywhere for training. I
for
love
sure.
training. I can't learn enough.
Yeah.
But I sat in there and the events that I go to, they're pretty high level, like all
Yeah,
across
they're
the
fun
country.
too. Yeah.
But I'm learning from people that sell thousands of homes. And
Yeah.
this cat came into our little old Yuba City and told me almost 100% of what he told me was things that I had never heard in this industry.
Really?
And I'm like, wow, so we got to talking. I partnered with him on some stuff. I don't get paid for this event, but the last event cost us a ton of money just to bring some value to the community.
Right.
But I was just intrigued, and I think that when people go and hear these things, they could, like, there was about 6 strategies that he covered and showed proof of and stuff. But it was mind blowing how much business one could generate with just one of those. Now, I don't want to like let the cat out of the bag, because
No.
it's a great presentation. He's very educated. He works with the highest level agents, so
Right.
he really knows his stuff, and he's been in the business for years and years longer than me. But one of the things happened to be something that I had learned in probably Texas, that group out there.
Right.
But it was a guarantee sell, because what we're trying to do is remove some of the fears off of a buyer so that they can feel comfortable making a decision of this size. Not everybody does. In fact, some people will spend their whole life renting because they're so worried about being trapped in one house for 30 years.
Right.
But it was as simple as, a written guarantee that should they not like the house in a year or their situation changed, that I'm going to sell it for them for free. Right. And out of all the times I offered that to people that were struggling with that decision, they didn't want to do it. And I'm like, well, it's a fixable situation. What I'll do is I'll turn around and sell the home for free so that you're not out anything. But only one time in all the years I've been doing real estate did somebody say, hey, I'm in a situation and, you told me you would do this for me. And absolutely I will. His situation turned around. He didn't end up needing to sell it. I was perfectly willing to do it. for them and, to be a man of my word. But that one little thing probably is responsible for several transactions for us, where this is a whole bunch of stuff that they're teaching, and I would love to just spill some of the beans on it because I'm very excited about some of the strategies. And then, you go and look at the agents that have created this system. So they didn't make this stuff up, this company. They actually went and partnered with some of the highest agents and the highest producing agents in the country, and said, well, what has been responsible for your success? And they said, well, this main pillar is what it is. Well, how do you do it so that we can teach other agents to do it? Right. Very simple. Right. So they're going to do that. And then I'm going to be doing a webinar, pretty soon. So I'm going to do that webinar live here at the event too. And that one, can I tell you about that one too? So
anything you want, brother.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it too. It stems from a class that I did in training even long before you joined, Matt. But I'm sitting in front of my agents and they're trying to figure out how to get business and stuff. And I'm telling them, hey, this is the model that I took from other people that were successful, and here's what I did, right? And the feedback was heartbreaking from my own organization, my team back then. And they were saying, well, it's easy for you to do it, Steve. You have money, you have systems, you have this, you have that. And I'm like, well, that's a load of crap, because when I did this to get the money, to get the things, I didn't have any of that. I had what you had, build it. Yeah, right. So I said, okay, well, fair enough. Let's remove that thought from your head and let's do this. I'll do everything live. All I get is my cell phone and my laptop, and no paid anything. No red X, no looking up numbers. Let's pretend like I'm flat broke, brand new in a neighborhood, and let's figure out, if this will actually work for you based on your objections. So we did that. And now you can make way more in a month, but we wanted to keep it realistic for the agents. 100K in 60 days, not that hard. It just takes consistently showing up, doing the work every single day. Well, turns out, I don't know if I'd gotten lazy, laxed, or not in practice or what over the years, but when I did, it was actually hard for me, right? Like there was a day when I didn't get the appointments. I had to get to the next day, all that. But the strategy is very simple. It's very free. It's very doable. It's extremely repeatable because everybody that I know that's built a big business has started this way. Right. So I'm gonna teach that exact strategy that I use, and we generated, I think, 144,000 that month, or however long I did it or whatever. But we're gonna teach you how to do it over 60 days. Okay. And what you'll need to do exactly what I did to generate that is, by the way, in a market like this, not in a 3% post-COVID market, right? It's just simply doing a certain number of things every single day, from text messages. I tell you what it is. Who to call. I tell you what to say. Where to get the numbers. I'll show you how to get the numbers. What to say to your sphere. I'll show you how to do that. How to add to your sphere. Very simple. Yeah. Well, I say simple if you can show up and do the work. If you really, really want it, it's easy to do. But you're going to have to show up like you would to a job. Unfortunately, I hate to throw that word out there, but you have to show up and do the work. And it's not hard.
It's not hard. It's not manual labor.
No, it is. Sure isn't, man. It is.
I've had some hard jobs in my lifetime where you get home from work and your body's sore. It's tore up. Mm-hmm.
I was a mailman for 19 years, Matt, and people think, oh, well, that's you're skipping through the sunshine, putting letters in a box. Yeah, that sounds pretty easy, but they don't see the part where it's dumping rain, the mail's sticking together, it's pitch black outside, no street lights, and you're trying to figure out the address of the next piece, or the dogs that you fought all day long. It was real work. And with a job like that, customer complaints all day, happy customer, all the things that come with it, you're exhausted at the end of the day. There's no room left for your family. They get what's left of you instead of the best of you. Yeah,
agreed. So this event's on the 27th at 9:30 in the morning. Where is the Harvest Room? Is that in the New Earth Market, or what? Where is that?
That is exactly where it's at. So it's off of Butte House Road and another road. That's not Butte House. Shoot, I don't know. Harp, maybe. If you have a Tesla, you know where it's at. We got chargers there, but it's in that same complex. It's a great place for an event. I've been there at least once or twice before, And I hope to see everybody out there. Like you're
Me too.
Yep.
Janelle and I got our tickets. We'll be there with bells on, I guarantee.
Sweet,
and,
man.
We're looking forward to it. And I think that every single agent needs to take advantage of opportunities like this because they don't come around often. They're
Yep.
free. Why not just go and pour into your own business?
Dude, you have to invest in yourself, right? Like it's totally important. And so the older agents, the ones that have been in the business a while, they will really appreciate stuff like this because it wasn't available to us. You had to go to Brian Buffini or Tom Ferry. You had to fly somewhere. There, there's not speakers coming to Yuba City, but we're bringing another really, really good one. Coach Burt was at the last one.
Yeah, that was absolute fire.
Yeah, it was awesome, man. And this one equally is good. So bring a notebook if you're going to go. I'm sure Matt's got a link on his page to it. Absolutely free, no strings attached.
I actually need you to send me over an Eventbrite link for it so I can.
Oh shoot, buddy. Yeah, happy to. And you can post that in there, and I'd love to see many faces and hang out afterwards a little bit if you want to talk shop. I love getting the questions from, and I don't care what brokerage you're from or whatever. You need help, I'll help.
Right. And breakfast is provided, correct?
Serious? Oh, sweet. Yeah, I don't do the marketing part. I'm just supposed to show up and
you just show up and you're like, what's up?
Yep, just show up and deliver the strategy I use. I got the easy job.
That's the value. Right on, brother. Well, hey, thanks for coming on with me today. Stick around for a couple minutes.
You got it.
All right, brother.